Hello everyone, welcome to ElliottWave-Forecast.com YouTube channel. This is Henry. Today is Friday, November 11. The time is 4 a.m. GMT. And today we are looking at the chart of Apple, AAPL. So we can see right here, we got some nice rally today after the CPI report. And let's see where we are now. We ended with B over here. Okay, and this is a cycle degree, and then that means we are now within the C leg lower, and within the C leg it should subdivide into 5 waves. We ended this one in the primary degree here, so we ended with one here. Now we are in the wave 2 correction as a flat. So we got A, B, and then now looking for a 5 wave C. As long as this rally stays below 157, now we can start starting lower again. Now, first thing is that when you look at the arrow, now you can see the arrow's color is black turning down. So that technically means we don't necessarily have any sequence, right? Whether this is bullish sequence or bearish sequence. If there is a bearish sequence, you will see this color to be red. Now again, when you look at our charts, the higher probability is when you see either green or red, right? Like for example, yesterday's chart of the day, Aussie dollars playing out very well. That one has a green color, right? So it has a bullish sequence. This one is turning down, meaning we don't technically have a bearish sequence, but we need to express opinion regardless, right? Because that's what we do. We provide an opinion, a forecast. But again, if the arrow is green or red, you will have a high probability compared to if the arrow is, black in color like this. All right, so if we zoom out, let me zoom out to the daily time frame. Let's see where we are. So in a way, if you look at the daily time frame, right, you see that this is the all-time high on January 2022, right? January 2022. So from here you can see it looks to be, now you can either call this, it looks like you can call this 1 2 3 4 5, right? It looks like this, and then you have a big correction. Now this leg here obviously is not like a wave 4 or anything like that. So to me, this looks like from the January 2022, we finished this move down. You can either label this as you can count this as a 3 swing, or you can count this as a 5 waves, right? I think both are still a possibility. Both are possibility, or you can count it like 5 ways up, 5 ways down like this, right? Now, this rally here, okay, this rally here is a correction of this entire decline, right? Now it might look impulsive here, it might look impulsive, but it could be also expanded flat from here. So it could be A, B, C, and then down, right? So for now, Apple is in a sideways type of move, right? It needs to break below this previous low or below this previous low to create a lower low bearish sequence. Now for now, we don't have any lower low bearish sequence, so to speak, right? And that's why you can see the arrow is not really red, right? It is only black. So we are now right here, we are anticipating the move up to finish here as a flat A, B, C, and then turning lower again. But again, because we have not even broken below this previous low, right? It's only retesting but didn't break, and also we have not broken below here, and that's why you see the arrow is not really red. Okay, now if it breaks below here, for example, just to give you an idea, the implication is we already continue to go down, and therefore we could extend to the next 100% from the peak to the low, and this is your correction, and then you can extend all the way to at least 122, assuming we can break below 129, which is not really that far away if you think about it, 129, 122. But this is an area. You can see in the area is between 100% to 161.8%. So it's a big area. Not saying that it will stop exactly at 122 if it breaks below 128. You can always go deeper like this to 100 or something else, or 110 and so on. Also, another implication is if it can break below this low 134, you also will get a lower low from here, from this peak here. So we got 1, 2, lower low. So this is obviously the correction of this entire decline, right? So then that means you can get to the next 100%, which is 115. So if it breaks below 134, then the arrow is going to be red, and then you can expect a move lower to around 115 all the way to 89 to 115 again, which is the 100% to 161.8%. Okay, so for now we don't yet have that confirmation. Now until we actually break below 134, technically speaking, right, from technical point of view, because we don't have any sequence, we can even do from here, we can even do a bigger 3 swings like this. We can even do a bigger 3 swings like this, and then turning lower again, as long as you believe the bias still remains lower, right? Now if you believe if the bias is already shifting to the upside and it's going to break to all-time high again, then of course we may not even go down again, right? I mean, this may be the end of the correction after this drop here, and then now we start a new bullish leg. But for now, based on several considerations, we think there is still, it's still too early to say, Apple is done and then it's ready to go to new all-time high. So that's why we still have a little bit biased on the downside, because when we look at the entire market, not just Apple, we could see other instrument that does have a bearish sequence from the all-time high, like Indices currently still has a bearish sequence, right, like S&P and so on. So that's why we still overall still has a bias to the downside. But again, specifically for Apple, since we don't have a bearish sequence, now keep in mind, we can also, in the worst case scenario, we can rally like this 1, 2, 3, and then let's say it can go to this area between 157 to 171, and then from here again, because the bias still remains lower, then from here it can fail and go down again like this, right? So either the rally fails below this 157, so it's just a little bit more upside like this and turn lower, or it goes to this and turns lower. Okay, and a break below here is going to tell us whether or not this move down is going to extend. If it can break below here, we are going to extend. Alright, so that's the update here with Apple, and as always, if you want to get regular updates on Apple or any other stocks, ETF, indices, Forex, commodities, feel free to join our service. We now run a promotion for the trial. It's only 99 cents, so the link is in the description of the video. Best time to join here for the basically to get an idea for the rest of the year, right? And see you all again next time. Have a nice day, everyone.